Hi, I'm Jeff Burnett, CEO of Labor Finders, and welcome to this month's Labor Market in a Minute for the month of November. Now, due to the federal government shutdown, no data was released for the month of October, so the month of September was the last month reported on. Non-farm payroll employment for the month of November increased by 64,000 jobs over September. Now, the prior 2 months revisions for the months of August and September resulted in a decrease of 33,000 jobs. In summary, this month's job data was above expectations. Now, as I've previously reported to you, BLS did their preliminary benchmark revision from March of 24 to March of 25, and this resulted in a decrease of 911,000 jobs. And this indicated a much weaker job market than what was originally reported. A final revision is expected in February of 2026. The unemployment rate increased to 4.6%, slightly up from 4.4% in the month of September. Job openings and employer hiring continue to be at exceptionally low levels. However, the number of job openings is on the rise since mid-year. The Fed target rate for inflation is 2%, and the latest inflation rate for the last 12 months is running at 3% for all goods and services, slightly elevated from the prior report. The inflation rate for 2024 was at 2.9%, and consumer prices tend to be higher right now than they were before the pandemic. The Fed has no further meetings for this year, and due to the weak jobs data, but yet with keeping a close eye on inflation, the Fed reduced their interest rate by 0.25% at their December meeting. It is difficult to understand the impact of the tariffs as trade negotiations are highly active. Businesses are getting more settled in around tariffs and appear to be starting to factor this into their business decisions. GDP surged to 3.8% in the second quarter from a decline in the first quarter. An increase in consumer spending and a decrease in imports is driving this change. Healthcare added 46,000 jobs, construction added 28,000, transportation and warehousing lost 18,000 jobs, the federal government had a decrease of 6,000 jobs, and social assistance had a small increase of 18,000 jobs. All other industries had little or no change. And consistent with prior months, while the number of layoffs has increased, overall, businesses continue to hold on to their full-time employees. So that's it for this month's labor market in a minute. Thank you.